What's going on YouTube? It's the Game Zombie here with an all new video on Mortal Kombat 11. So once again, I am here with a new segment where I tear down trailers, dissect them for all of your viewing pleasure. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to call it, either beatdown, breakdown, or trailer teardown. I don't know, something like that. All that bullshit aside, we got an amazing surprise out of nowhere trailer, not only showcasing Jax in all his glory, but we finally got to see Kung Lao in action, and we got a brief little sneak peek at non-reverent Katana. So I felt like it was necessary to break down this trailer as it was jam-packed full of goodies. So that being said, let's get on into it. So right away, we got Kano. We got MK3 Kano. It is at this moment Kano knew he fucked up. That face.
Go back to the 90s.
And just real quick, man, for generic cyborgs, these cyborgs are looking fucking dope. And let me remind you, up until like 3 days ago, we didn't even know if cyborgs are going to exist in this Mortal Kombat universe. So based on the fact that these guys are showing up, we're getting a cybernetic stage, like a robot factory. They're obviously playing a pretty decent role in the story. I think chances are pretty high now that we might be getting a robot in MK11, probably via DLC. But fingers crossed, y'all. Cyrax. And then we get our first look at Katana. She is looking fucking dope. I should say first look at human Katana for all those crazy internet analyzers out there. But yeah, man, she is looking dope. And one thing I've noticed, they went really strong with the Asian influence. There is definitely no second guessing what ethnicity a lot of these characters are, especially like Katana, Jade, Scorpion. I mean, even the voice actor changed out to make him sound more Korean. So yeah, it's definitely a big change because, I mean, before people thought Jade was like Brazilian, and now you definitely know that, you know, they're all Asian. But Katana looking good. Looking good. And then we get our first look at Jax, man. Just looking dope as fuck. I don't think that we actually saw this skin anywhere else in the trailer. So this is actually, you know, like kind of a nice little exclusive. But if you actually go forward a couple frames. Oh, look at that. Blech. Yeah, you could actually see the red, white, and blue on his arm. So he's got like the patriotic cybernetic arms, which is dope as fuck. He's looking sick. I really like the direction they took Jax in. Oh. And then we get this dope ass look at Liu Kang looking sick as fuck, facing off against Cabal and what looks like to be the Tarkatan stage. About to do his fatality. And I know that hella people were like yelling at me because I was like, all excited. I was like, animality. I know that this is his fatality. I know the difference between a fatality and an animality. I was just super excited because if they don't have animalities, this is the closest thing we're going to get to it. And not only that, this is probably similar to the animation that they would use if they do animalities or are doing them. But yeah, definitely his fatality. And looking sick. Cabal looks terrified right here. And the dragon is just looking hella sick, dude. Look at this thing. I mean, traditionally, the dragons in Liu Kang's fatalities and movesets is kind of looking like goofy. But this one is actually looking brutal. Look at that. Oh, so sick. Oh, man. Chomp. Oh. So that's Liu Kang's fatality.
Our future, Liu Kang. It is insane.
And I'm really liking the whole, like, buddy thing they got going on. You know, how they're grouping up. You know, they're having these weird little teams of, like, old and good versions of themselves. Or, you know, like the Johnny Cages teaming up together. I really think it was a missed opportunity about not including tag team mode in this game. I think it would have fit perfectly, man. But, you know, there's a reason for everything. I definitely like the whole, you know, buddy dynamic that the game has going. And right here we got Kung Lao doing a fatality on himself. So sick, man. Kung Lao is looking dope as fuck. Yeah, just boop, right through his own torso, just cutting off his freaking head, man. Look at, he gave him a hat too. And then we got Scorpion, and we've already seen a little bit of this before, where he's fighting against himself. And then we get Big Daddy Jax again in a different skin, kind of similar to the skin we saw earlier, but he just doesn't have the patriotic arms, or it looks like some of the gear on his side as well. But he's fighting against some Shaolin monks that are zombified. It looks like they've had the soul sucked out of them. They're all shriveled up. And you can see they're all withered away, and just Jax is going at it, smashing heads. And then I don't know if you guys caught this. I certainly didn't. We got a soul pool in the background, so it's definitely maybe Shang Tsung's lair, or maybe on his island, you know, underneath. But we got Jackie kicking it with her dear old daddy.
How about we keep this between me, myself, and I?
And then we get the Clash of the Titans, old Jax versus young Jax, looking dope. So what's really interesting about this is that newer Jax, or older Jax I should say, has on this whole future garb, just like Kronika and some of the newer characters. And I know the last story trailer that we got, it seemed like Kronika had Frost by her side. So I wonder if she's recruited other characters from different timelines to work for her too, because that's what it's looking like. And then we get our first look at some actual gameplay with Jax, which is just looking dope as fuck. He's got like Liu Kang's flame fist from MKX, but you know, there is cybernetic arms, but it's looking dope. I'm guessing this is going to be like an enhanced damage or something like that when you fire up your arms. And then I'm not really sure what the whole glowing of the eyes deal is, but we're definitely getting young Johnny meeting old Johnny for the first time, and it looks like we got Sonya, Cassie, Jax, and Jackie, and they're all kind of like, what? Like Freaky Friday type shit, meeting each other for the first time.
He's gonna get us killed.
And then just classic Johnny on Johnny action. Okay, now this is really, really interesting. And I'm actually working on a video right now, so I don't want to get too much into it. But those vials that Geras has are relevant. I'll just say that. They are definitely a part of the story, and we see them numerous times throughout different story trailers with different characters attached to them.
That was easy.
Now, we know in the bio, if you guys haven't read it already, that Kronika actually built Geras, and so he can actually come back. He's almost like a Doomsday type character. But what's also really interesting is like all these coins, it looks like this currency down there on the ground. I almost thought that these were Shinnok's amulets at first for some reason, like there was just a bunch of fake ones. But you can actually see the dragon on it, so they're definitely combat coins. So this looks to be like a treasure room of some sort. And we get maskless Aaron Black, looking fucking dope, man. Ooh, good look at that mug.
I do my own stunts. You? I got people for that. Poser.
And right here we get another sneak peek at the Nether ship. We're about to get into it with some of the combatants. Now right here I think it's really interesting. There's definitely something in the back of the ship glowing. I mean, there seems to be like a lot of like, you know, soul barrels or whatever the hell you want to call those things. But there's definitely something emanating a large amount of light in the background. And then it looks like we got a futuristic Jax, Sub-Zero, Scorpion, and Raiden right here. So that's pretty much it, you guys. A lot of Jax. We got fatalities from Kung Lao and Liu Kang, and a very brief look at Katana, as well as some little story details. All in all, sick-ass trailer. Stoked now more than ever to get my hands on MK11. Can't wait to play the beta here in like 48 hours. And just really get some good solid time in with MK11. But let me know what you guys think. If I missed anything, or there anything that you guys thought was relevant that I didn't speak on, let me know in the comment section below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to hit that like button, and if you haven't already, subscribe.